100.3 Philly's R&B. Ash Mack here, and it's about that time once again for Philly Black Pride. Get ready because it all launches on Monday. So, I had to have the person of social influence, but also the president of Philly Black Pride, Jacen Bowman. Woo!
Hey, what's up?
Thank you for coming in today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Of course. You always look amazing.
Really, I kind of need to get my hair done. My hair ain't coming in the mail yet. I need to get my bundle put back in. Okay.
What type of bundles are you getting?
I'm just getting my little double strand Senegalese twist. Something to kind of like hold me over. To give my hair some rest from being the pulling of braids. So okay. Something light and polite.
Light and polite. Is that what you're keeping it for Black Pride?
For Black
like
Pride,
what are you doing?
Light and polite.
Light and polite.
Light and
I'm not
polite.
bad. I mean, that's might be a little political too. You got to shake hands, kiss babies.
Yeah, shake hands, kiss babies, rub elbows. Hey, grandma, what's up?
Okay, so number one, give us a rundown what to expect beginning on Monday.
So on Monday, we are starting at City Hall with the flag raising that's happening at 2 p.m. We are also going to be there with Don't Call Me a White Girl.
Yeah.
She's actually coming to speak. She's actually getting an award on Friday at the opening reception, the Radical Ally Award, because Damona is somebody that uses her platform to uplift LGBTQ communities in a way that really gets the city excited and hyped. After that, we're doing a Road to Pride at Philly Cam, to kind of talking to some of the former Pride leaders to talk about like different things that may have happened, like whether it was arguments, how they raised money, like how did Pride last 27 years? That is a long time to have an annual festival in the city of Philadelphia. Then we're breaking on Tuesday because I need a break. Okay. And then Wednesday, we're doing a chocolate social mixer at Little Gay Pub, rooftop vibes, be really cute. It's also a small business crawl at Marsha's, hosted by City Council member Rue Landau. Thursday, we are back at City Hall at 2 o'clock because we're collaborating with Kendra Brooks, minority leader. She is honoring a 250 Black and queer changemakers celebration with City Council. Later on that night, we got Queerly Beloved, which I'm really excited about at two locals because we have Ariel J, who is coming to perform. If you guys don't know who Ariel J is, she is an amazing R&B indie artist, puts out a lot of dope music. So I'm really excited to have her at two locals.
Sure.
And all of our events are free. So as long as you RSVP, you can come out. The opening reception is happening on Friday, where we are honoring 250 Black and brown LGBTQ plus changemakers that were nominated by community members here in the city of Philadelphia. We also have a Black Pride Youth Party because the youth called me out last year and was like, where's our stuff?
What are we doing?
So last weekend, we introduced Philly Black Pride Youth Weekend in tandem with Well Yes and also the Youth Addict Center. And now we're doing a youth party, which will be over 7 p.m. on Friday. After that, the parties start. It's time for In Them Jeans. The main event is hosting that party. We also have the curfew that's happening on Friday night. And I can't say the name because the name is kind of controversial, but sometimes you just need that appointment.
Sure.
You need that appointment. So the appointment is happening at Warehouse on Watt. So those are the three parties that are happening that night. Then Saturday, as you guys can see, I still keep talking about what's happening, right?
Yeah.
Saturday, we're doing the first ever Philly Black Pride run.
Okay.
The Black Pride run's happening at 2400 Market Street. It's just a fun run. We wanted to do something because people got tired of, Black Pride always existing around a party. So some people well, Jacen, how can I support Black Pride, but I don't want to go to a party? I don't feel like sitting in a forum, but I'll do something health and wellness. So Saturday's our health and wellness day.
Okay.
We have the first ever Philly Black Pride run, followed by Rooted Wellness at the Field House. And we also have a gamer event because we got some queer gamers that like to do gaming. So the gamer event is also happening on Saturday. Then Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, we got a day party outside of Woody's with Simply Christopher and the Firm. Later on that night, we got the main event. And Sway is also having a party. Shout out to AJ Hikes. They're having a party, Sway party. And then it's time for Deviant. No face, no case. And if you guys want to find out more information on the party, you can check out phillyblackpride.org. And then we are closing things out on Sunday. The main event has another reset party. Sway has the Sunday tea. And it's a free block party outside of Woody's in the neighborhood. And that will conclude Philly Black Pride Week.
That's amazing. You have something for literally everyone. You know what I mean?
Everybody.
However you choose to be celebrated or celebrating someone else, you have all different types of options. Not to mention how we even mentioned the 250 people that will be honored as well. Yeah. Shout out to Kendra Brooks. I love her. I love her so much. But you know what? There's 250 reasons to celebrate Black queer change makers. Give me one reason why, because that's really all we need is one.
I mean, the main reason why, when you think about any kind of social, political, cultural movement, there has always been a Black queer, Black trans, Black non-binary, Black gay,
Yeah.
Black lesbian person that has spearheaded this. So it's like, without us, we make culture shake. We give
Right.
you what's tea. We
Yeah.
we give you what you clock in. So without us, it's nothing. So like, of course, you got to honor the people that's making the change. And I think that the biggest thing with this is when we were looking at ways to kind of incorporate celebrating the 250th anniversary of America, I thought about like, hey, we got 250 Black people that are queer here in the city of Philadelphia that sometimes don't get uplifted, that sometimes don't get talked about. And I also recognize that I always say Philadelphia is a crab in a barrel type of city because crabs don't belong in barrels. And the same thing in our community.
Sure.
We have so many talented people that this list is not even a representation of everybody that's doing dope work. And
Yeah.
when I say dope work, you don't even have to be somebody that's into politics. You could be a bartender. You could be your Uber driver.
Sure.
You can be somebody that's at the dry cleaner that's working. But you help make change for that person and their lived experience when they have interaction with you.
Absolutely.
And that was the beautiful thing about these nominations. We got a chance to hear from community members because, like, how do you build people power if you don't get it from the people?
That's a bar. That's a word. Because again, power, but impact.
Right.
You know, outside of just this week of celebration, the 250 individuals you're celebrating, what do you want people to receive from the week of celebrations, but the lasting impact that you are actively working for?
The lasting impact, this is history in the making, right? Like, you know, it's important that, like, this is the first marker where you can say in April of 2026, Philly Black Pride honored 250 people.
Sure.
And that was the start,
Yeah.
right? And it finally put spotlight on these people that deserve these accomplishments so that now other folks can say, you know what, because of so-and-so, I got active.
Sure.
Because of this person, I got involved. Because of this person, I was inspired. So I hope that everybody takes this week long of events to not only be in fellowship and community, but to be inspired and to know that in this moment of American history, there are some things that are happening where they are doing things to roll back the rights of LGBTQ plus people.
Sure.
But we are resistant, we are resilient, and we are a community that is going to keep fighting and celebrating joy in the process.
What do you think is the most beneficial way to fight? Because, here's why I ask, because in 2026, regardless of what you believe and how you fight for, people think that rallying or protesting is an outdated way of protesting.
Disagree.
I agree too. I agree with what you're saying. But a lot of times people do think that protesting looks completely different, and it might not be having, you know, poster boards or rallying and being outside and honk your horn for this or that. But what do you think is the most impactful or pivotal way we should be protesting and advocating today?
I think that when we destroy and disrupt systems, right? And that protesting can be you boycotting something that, you know, you don't agree with, or not aligning, or just showing up and speaking out when you see injustices. That's how you protest. Protesting for everybody looks different. Everybody might not be able to show up to a rally or might not be comfortable for safety reasons. You know, they don't feel that confident, but they also are supportive in other ways in showing their protest. They uplift somebody else doing that work. They pour into somebody else that is doing that work. So I always say to everybody, like, because they always ask me all the time, like, Jacen, you go to all these rallies, you're always protesting, you're using your voice. Like, I can't do that, but how can I help?
Sure.
And I think that, like, recognizing that you want to help and stand up for injustices that are happening for people is a way that you exercise your right to protest.
Absolutely. That's so good. Okay. Now, okay, how do people get involved? You know, of course they can come out to one of these events or all of the events, but outside of this is not just the week of events. It's after the events conclude.
Because to me, Philly Black Pride is every day.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm black first.
Yeah.
I'm a man second, and then I'm gay. So, like, this is my life. But you can get involved just by going on our website, phillyblackpride.org. We are always looking for volunteers. We are always looking for new board members. I was so excited that last year we introduced new board members. So shout out to Seisha, Roscoe, Olu, Eric, Robert, Lee, Mike, that is doing the work. Because, like, you know, you guys see me as the president, but I'm nothing without my board of directors.
Absolutely.
So without my board of directors and the hard work that we do voluntarily, like, we are not getting paid for this, is, like, amazing. So thank you to my entire board of directors for all the work that they do. Even our honorary board members like Derek and Ms. Barb and Landis, and our former president, Chris Austin, like, all of them that do all this amazing work to keep us going. And I'm also thankful because, like, one thing about me, I come from a different generation. So I come from that generation of older queer people that when they would see you downtown acting up, they would pop you and pluck you. Like they would get you together. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
They were very stern, like very stern. And I'm so glad I had that sense of community, that those aunties and uncles and chosen mothers and fathers to keep me in line, because now that it's my turn, I know this generation, y'all a little different. Y'all not going for that tough love.
But you're able to take that with you.
But I'm able to take that with me and then pour it back into others in ways that they need.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's I guess I'm an elder.
I think you are an elder, but is there a cooler way to say it? Like, that doesn't date you? Because I don't think you're old in spirit.
They call me mother, but I'm onk. You know.
Speaking of resources, what do you think, or what are the resources or conversations you think attendees need to hear and need to have access more of?
So one of the biggest things that we're doing with the Rooted Wellness event is our one of our bigger sponsors, Vive Healthcare and Solace Pharmacy, which is the first LGBTQ Black-owned pharmacy here in Philadelphia off Rich Avenue. We also teamed up with the Mpox vaccine, because the Mpox cases are still on the rise. And like, whether we want to talk about it or not, HIV is still on the rise too here in the city of Philadelphia. And there's a crystal meth or chemsex epidemic that is happening here too. So there's going to be a lot of resources available for people to either get in care or get care, and not just pushing or as we like to say, talking about sexual health. We're talking about holistic health. So we're talking about mental health. We're talking about reproductive justice. We're talking about all the things that queer people experience every day outside of it just being something sexually driven. So shout out to Babashi Transition to Hope, Philadelphia Fight, the Colors Organization, AHF, all these different organizations in the city of Philadelphia that have poured into Philly Black Pride so that we can have these resources to give back to the community is really important.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm excited for the list of events that you have. And you know what? What does Philly Black Pride mean to you?
That is a loaded question.
Nobody
has
loaded.
Never asked me that before. What does Philly Black Pride mean to me? Philly Black Pride, to me, it means family. It means safety. It means community. It means survival. I oftentimes say this a lot, that I am thankful that I had this village of people that showed me what it looked like to live outside of a closet that I constructed for myself, because I never believed I was ever in a closet. I've always been the same way, even as a child. But because of Black Pride, because I seen my elders do this kind of work, it made me understand when it was time for me to step into the mic, how I can step into the mic and lead with intention and care.
Sure.
So yeah, that's what Black Pride means to me.
I feel like a lot of times, regardless of how you identify, we build our own boxes, even if that's mentally, if that's spiritually, if it's however you identify sexually. Like, sometimes you create your own boxes. What do you think outside of your community and family helped you to say, you know what, maybe this is something I constructed myself, in order for you to truly step into who you were called to be?
I think so many times in my life, I step into so many different, like, calls as to who I am meant to be. Like, even
and
right
that's
now.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
And also understanding that, like, it's okay to pivot.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest thing that I had to learn, even in this. I'm 43 years old. So even in my 40s right now, I learned the art of the pivot, because sometimes we have these ideas of what we want our lives to look like in these pretty shiny boxes, and things happen that you have to be able to pivot.
Yeah.
So that's how I've been able to, like, stand firm in who I am, just knowing that it's okay to pivot.
It's okay to pivot.
It's okay to pivot.
If you're watching this, I want you to be open to coming to celebrate Philly Black Pride, because you know someone, you have a family member, you have a bestie, you have a son or daughter, nephew, cousin, whatever the case may be, that's a part of this community. And guess what? That means you low-key a part of the community too.
Yeah, and look, let me say something. You know, I love an ally. Allies are cute, but I need y'all to be accomplices, okay? And you can apply that word how you see fit. But if we robbing a bank, I want you to be able to be the car driver. I want you to hold the bag. Look out down the street to make sure anybody coming. But we're not robbing no banks, because that's against the law. I want to be clear. But, you know, we're looking for definitely making sure that we have some accomplices. And I also want to say thank you to the Philadelphia community, because a lot of times I don't realize the impact of the work that we're doing until I see my neighbors. And they walk up to me and say, hey, Jacen, I got this young person, they're queer, they're struggling with their identity, they're feeling suicidal. Can you talk to them? Sure, absolutely. Like, we have these resources available. I'm here to be of that light. So when people meet me and they see me and they're so excited and they talk to me about whatever, whether it's makeup, whether it's politics, whether it's the queer community, like, I'm always thankful for that. So, like, just know that, like, Philly Black Pride is definitely going to be that safe space where you can come, you can be in community, you can be loved and celebrated. And then even after it's over, we're going to still make sure that you know that we are family first.
Facts. I love it. You can be celebrated, you can be honored, you can be educated and help educate others.
And tolerated, because, you know, sometimes you don't like
That's
to
true.
go places where you ain't tolerated.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Okay, Jacen, before you go, where can everyone get more details, get the whole show and lineup for the whole week for next week?
So you can go to phillyblackpride.org, or you can follow us on social media at PHILLYBLK Pride. Or you can follow me on Instagram at JACENBOWMAN.
Perfect. All right, Jacen, thank you so much for
No,
stopping by
thank you.
today.
Of course.
And you can get more details over at rnbphilly.com.